Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta and
I'm Eric.
Yes, welcome Eric to my new studio here in Finland. So this is something that Eric suggested to me to do and I think it's a great idea. So this is about 5 bands and albums and riffs from the late 80s that are kind of underrated. At least to me, some of these bands were totally new and I was totally positively surprised how good these are. So we're gonna play like the main riffs of these songs. Then this Eric's gonna tell us a little bit about the history of the bands and the album in question and stuff. But before we start, let's go through the gear. So I'm using a Pinky, which is an ESP M1 custom made into kind of M2. This was added afterwards, the neck pickup. But I'm using just the Duncan distortion pickup and then Bass SD1 Marshall JCM 800 aka the bad boy into Marshall JCM 800 cabinet, and one of the G12 65s is mic'd with Shure SM57 and Royer 121. Eric's gonna use a few guitars. Now you have one of my signatures, but you're gonna play with the George Lynch Desert Eagle also. Duncan distortion, the Desert Eagle has a different pickup, and Eric is the brave one of us because he's going straight in. So it's his Jose modded, my Plexi, which Eric did the Jose mod. So Eric is plugging straight in, and then to a Marshall 9060BX cabinet with the Celestin EVH speakers, which are basically the Heritage series greenbacks, or not basically, they are, that's just with the EVH sticker, and same microphones than me, SM57 Royer 121, and all of those mics go into SSL Pure Drive mic pre's. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Let's get straight into the first band, song and riff. Rock and roll. Alright, that was LA Guns, Rip and Tear from the album Cocked and Loaded. I of course knew the band, it's one of the legendary bands, and I think I even had or have this album as a vinyl, but I had completely forgotten it until Eric showed it to me that this is actually really cool, and this Rip and Tear is kind of like your AC/DC sleazy style stuff. So Eric, what do you have to say about the album, the band, and the riff and the song?
Yeah, so on this one, it's Tracy Guns, all about Tracy Guns.
Okay.
He's the Sunset Strip veteran.
Yeah.
He's still out there playing today.
Yeah, I think he plays with Friedman guitars.
Yes,
and amps, at least lately what I've seen, and he's really active. Yeah, even
Absolutely,
today. Yeah.
And of course he founded LA Guns, but he was actually also involved with Guns N' Roses, so there's a connection there.
Yeah. I think that's where the Guns N' Roses name is. Axl Rose, Tracy Guns, and then Slash replaced Tracy Guns, and Tracy Guns founded LA Guns.
Yeah, because like the second band name was Hollywood Rose, and they combined the names.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, truly, I remember that LA Guns being a little bit more kind of like hairy makeup thing, but it's actually raw,
like,
AC/DC style rock and roll.
It is, but still it has like bunch of, like, even I would say punk influence and like sleazy kind of sounds.
Yeah.
And solos as well.
Yeah.
Let's definitely check out Cocked and Loaded, the full album. There's like a lot of standout tracks. on it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so Elegance, then to the next one. Alright, so that was a band called Kicks and a song Cold Blood from their album Blow My Fuse. This was, I mean, I knew the name, but I don't think I've ever listened to the band, and I really love this song. The verse is kind of like AC/DC-ish, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this, the most 80s awesome. So, Eric, could you tell a little bit more about the song and the band and the album? Because this was, I don't think I ever, like I said, really listened to the band. I was aware of the name, but this was a really positive surprise to me.
Yeah, I mean, this album, Blow My Fuse, I mean, it was obviously like late 80s, September 1988 it was released.
Okay.
And the thing is, however, Kicks, they started back in the 70s.
Oh.
So if you check out their early work, you have like way a different vibe, but still a lot of cool rock riffs.
Okay. Okay.
It's definitely worth checking out the first album.
I don't think they're not have been active since.
No, they actually they haven't been active yet. They quit.
Okay, yeah.
The whole band. They had like their last concert. It wasn't too long, a few years.
Okay, so they've been around. So
yeah, quite a long time.
Okay,
actually.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And hey, the music video you mentioned.
Oh yeah, guys, you gotta check out the official music video. You won't regret it.
I haven't yet. We haven't checked it out, but we will. So yeah, Kicks, Cold Blood from the album Blow My Fuse, and up to the next one. Alright, so that was Rhino Bucket, the song called Sights to Hide from a compilation album, No Song Left Behind. Eric, enlighten us about the band. This band I was aware and I have listened to them a bit, kind of like AC/DC style band. And we just read that they have actually toured with the Four Horsemen, which is one of my absolute favorite bands. Similar music.
Yeah, so the band, it was actually formed in the late 80s, and they played for a very long time. And the thing is, this song that we just played, the riff you heard, it was actually appeared firstly on cassette as well in the 80s. I believe it was 1987. It first appeared, but it was never on like a true album.
Official
they
album,
might have played it live, and so on. Exactly.
And this album was released in like
2007.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So there's live versions and kind of rarities on this one.
Yes, and the fun fact, the new members, there was, and remember Kicks, the band, and the guitar player, Brian Forsyth, he actually plays with this band now, Rhino Bucket, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. So we needed to check a few facts from Wikipedia. So they kind of call it quits at some point, then reformed again, and now they reformed again with the
There's an album in the works.
yeah, with the Kicks guy playing guitar, and according to Interweb, there's a new album coming out in 2027, which is pretty darn cool. But anyway, yeah, check out Rhino Bucket. Really cool, like
Straight up rock and roll.
straight up rock and roll. Yeah, yeah,
Easy to play.
yeah, yes. All right, next one. Alright, so that was a band called Thunderhead and a song called Take It to the Highway from the album Behind the Eight Ball. And this was completely new to me. I don't think I've ever heard the band, but again, really cool, old school, kind of sleazy-ish rock and roll. So Eric, enlighten me and the rest of us.
Sure. So Thunderhead, it's actually a German band.
Oh, German. Oh,
Yes, German, exactly.
wow.
And they were mostly active in the late 80s. Kind of on the cusp, they went under the radar. But still, they had quite a following, and they even toured in Japan.
Okay, okay,
They started actually to make music again in 2026.
okay.
So we might hear some more songs in the
Okay,
future.
yeah. This was really. It's all of the bands Eric suggested that we should cover. They're kind of like this old school rock and roll, not your kind of that Sunset Strip posh hair makeup. These are like more raw, more honest
really?
bands.
Yeah,
bands.
you're right.
And yeah.
Also, the thing is, like, these bands, you have to remember, it was late 80s. So still at that turning point, there were actually people that played this kind of music.
Yeah,
It wasn't all just glam and hair bands and so on.
Yeah, yeah. But really cool. So check out Thunderhead. Alright, so that was Roxx Gang, a song called Scratch My Back from their debut album Things You've Never Done Before. This is another band that I was aware of the band, and I am, but I've never really listened. And the cover, they look kind of your usual hair metal, but it's actually more towards kind of sleaze metal, like more rock than how they actually look like. It's a little bit, at least on this album cover, it's kind of like a poison, but it's the music is much rawer and kind of honest. But Eric, tell us a little bit more about the Roxx Gang.
So yeah, the album Things You've Never Done Before, it was released in 1988, and it was actually produced by the legendary producer Beau Hill.
Yeah, Beau Hill produced many albums in the 80s,
yeah.
many classics. Yeah,
a lot of classics, and it actually went to sell about 250,000 of records, which is notable.
Yeah.
And the band, it continued until early 90s, then briefly split up, reformed, and played until the 2000s.
Okay. Yeah, so hey, cool band, Roxx Gang. Check it out. Check out especially I think the debut album Things You've Never Done Before. It's kind of the album to at least to
good
start
variety
with.
of songs.
Yeah. But hey, thanks for watching this. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative, and maybe learned something, and you know, maybe playing wise or whatever songs, but definitely cool bands, and few of them were totally new to me, and a few I kind of knew the name, but I really haven't listened. So thank you, Eric, for stopping by,
pleasure.
Telling me and you about these bands, and actually showing me the riffs. or we kind of check them together, but anyways, so yeah, until next time, all the best, take care, see ya, bye.